My sister demanded I give her my daughter because she looked exactly like her baby photos. The rest of the family thought I was overreacting. What happened next left them horrified. After 3 years of raising my beautiful Mackenzie, life was finally perfect. The second we walked into Mom's 4th of July barbecue, the whole backyard erupted. Cousins rushing over, aunts squeezing Mackenzie's cheeks, everyone gushing about how big she'd gotten. Everyone was normal except my younger sister Heather. She just froze. Her face went white. Then she dropped her plate. It shattered across the patio. "That's not possible," she whispered. "That's my face." The conversation stopped. Nobody understood. Next morning, bang, bang, bang at my door. I open it and there's Heather holding her childhood photo album. She shoves it against my chest and goes, "Look at page 12. I flipped to it. There was Heather at age 3. She looked exactly like Mackenzie. Heather grabbed my shoulders. There was a mix-up. She's mine. My husband asked her what exactly she was insinuating, and then pushed her out and slammed the door, not even bothering to wait for the answer. She stood outside screaming for 20 minutes, but that wasn't enough for her. That Sunday, she called a family meeting. And when I say meeting, I mean she sent a group text demanding everyone come to Mom's immediately for an emergency. 22 relatives crammed into the living room while Heather paced by the window like she was building up courage. She had records. I'm not kidding. Documentation, hospital records, even genetic charts she'd printed from ancestry websites. She passed them around. Mackenzie is my biological daughter. I sat there thinking, has she completely lost it? She ranted for 45 minutes about hospital mix-ups and switched babies. She kept pointing at Mackenzie's photos next to hers. Then she yelled, "I want a DNA test or I'm calling the police." Our cousin, who's a pediatrician, just laughed and said, "Heather, kids look like their relatives. That's how genetics work." She burst into tears. The whole family sat there stunned. Mom finally said, "Heather, you need help." She ran out sobbing. 3 weeks passed. Nothing. Total radio silence. Then Mackenzie's preschool called. The secretary sounded confused. "Mackenzie's mom is here, but she's not on the pickup list." I flew there doing 90. Heather was in the office holding discharge papers she'd forged with my signature. She was telling them I'd agreed to transfer custody. The director had already called the cops. Heather saw me and screamed. She admitted it. She admitted she stole her. 2 officers had to physically remove her while she kicked and thrashed. The school banned her from the property. Next up on her list was calling CPS. They showed up every Monday. Heather had reported everything. Neglect, abuse, substances, weapons. Each time they found nothing. The caseworker started recognizing me. She literally said, "Let me guess. Heather called again?" Then came Thanksgiving. Mom begged me to come. Said Heather was getting therapy. The second we walked in, Heather's kids ran up to Mackenzie yelling, "That's our real sister! Your fake mommy stole you!" I grabbed Mackenzie and left. Heather followed me to the car, screaming that I was kidnapping her baby. My husband had to block her while I buckled Mackenzie in. She pounded on the windows. Mackenzie was crying, asking why Aunt Heather was so angry. I got a restraining order. Heather violated it the same day. She showed up at Mackenzie's dance class and tried to walk out with her. The teacher knew something was wrong and locked the door. Heather stood outside for 2 hours until police came. They gave her a warning. She was back the next day at the grocery store, following us through aisles, whispering to Mackenzie, "I'm your real mommy. She took you from me." Security escorted her out. Another time we were at the park, Mackenzie on the swings, me watching her from the bench. Heather appeared with her kids. She walked straight to Mackenzie, got on her knees, started crying, telling Mackenzie she was stolen as a baby. Mackenzie looked confused and scared. I ran over, but Heather had already grabbed Mackenzie's hand. She started walking fast toward the parking lot. Mackenzie was stumbling, trying to keep up. I screamed. Other parents started noticing. Heather picked up Mackenzie and ran. She threw her in the car seat. I caught up as she was starting the engine, grabbed the door handle, but she peeled out. I called 911 screaming. They caught her at the airport. She'd bought 2 tickets to Florida using her daughter's passport, hoping it would work for Mackenzie. TSA had already been alerted. They surrounded her at the gate. She was clutching Mackenzie so tight Mackenzie was screaming. It took 3 officers to pry her arms open. Heather kept sobbing, she's mine, please, she's mine." They put her in psychiatric hold and ordered long-term treatment. She lost custody of her own kids.